Wall Street stocks ended mixed on Thursday with gains in Cisco Systems following an upbeat forecast, while United Health tumbles after a report of a criminal investigation into the insurer. And the S&P 500 this week has further recovered from a deep sell-off in April triggered by US President Donald Trump's global trade war, as investors bet Washington will reach deals to roll back steep tariffs that economists worry will drive up consumer prices. Cisco Systems jumped after the networking company raised its annual forecast driven by the artificial intelligence boom. United Health Group plunged to a 5-year low after Wall Street Journal reported the U.S. Department of Justice was conducting a criminal investigation into the company for possible Medicare fraud. United Health said it had not been informed of a criminal probe by federal prosecutors.
And keep in mind, we did drop 20% from the high in there in the middle of February down to the low that first part of April after Liberation Day. And we had this crazy rebound where it has jumped higher by 22% off of that low where we closed that yesterday. So today's activity is simply a reflection of uncertainty, trying to have the buyers and the sellers get to an agreement of what direction things are going to go with confidence. Right now, the market's trying to figure things out. We do foresee some instability throughout the rest of the summertime. We're going to have to see how the economic numbers play out, both from employment, sales, and then also with the overall economy. Are we GDP? Are we expanding? Are we retracting a little bit? That'll give us some gauge on where things are going. Right now, caution is the most important word of the day.
Walmart eased after the heavyweight retailer warned it would start raising prices later this month due to tariffs, even after its first quarter U.S. comparable sales beat expectations. Walmart declined to provide a second quarter profit outlook, joining other companies across sectors that have tweaked or pulled their forecast, signaling that corporate America is hunkering down due to the tariff-related uncertainty. Now let's break down what's happening in the US stock market. As of last night, the S&P 500, if we look at here, the huge market capitalization over here, which is Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, and etc., which is under the software infrastructure, consumer electronics, consumer cyclical, and also financial and semiconductors are performing quite well in that sense, because it's not in the red color, nor in the green color as well. I want to bring the first counter, which is the United Health, because we've seen a steep decline. Yesterday, 17%. As of this morning, the United Health was down by 10.93%. The market price of this particular company. And of course, the new update of United Health. United Health tumbles as criminal probe report adds to investors' fears, where United Health Group plunged nearly 13% on Thursday after a Wall Street Journal report that the U.S. Department of Justice had begun a criminal investigation into the company for potential Medicare fraud. The report probe adds to a string of recent setbacks for the healthcare conglomerate that has erased more than half, or over $300 billion from its market value since November, when the shares were trading at record highs. Keep up with the latest, of course, the new report on United Health shares dropped by $267 in midday trade, near 5-year low. The stock is the worst performing for Dow Jones in terms of performing so far this year. All right, if you look at other counter as well, especially Meta, under communication services, Meta was down by 2.35% as of this morning as compared to its peers. Google was down by 0.84%. Meta 2.35%. What's happening to Meta? Basically, Meta platform is delaying a release of its flagship behemoth AI model due to concerns about its capabilities. The Wall Street Journal reported on Thursday, citing people familiar with the matter. Of course, the company engineers are struggling to significantly improve the capabilities of its behemoth large language model, resulting in staff questions about whether improvements over earlier versions are significant enough to justify public release, the report said. And of course, early in its development, behemoth was internally scheduled for release in April to coincide with Meta's inaugural AI conference for developers, but later pushed an internal target for models launched to June. According to the report, it has now been delayed to fall or later, the report said. Now, of course, the other counter, which is Google, I showed you just now. Google was down by 0.84% to stood at 65.40 as of last night. And of course, Google, which is the new name, Alphabet's Google One subscription service, which charges consumers for cloud storage and artificial intelligence AI features, recently crossed 150 million subscribers, the company told Reuters. That represents a 50% increase since February 2024, when Google One crossed 100 million subscriptions, nearly 6 years after the service launched. And the same month, Google introduced a $19.99 a month plan with access to AI capabilities unavailable for free users. And of course, the company continues to offer Google One subscription tiers for file storage, but without most of its AI features at lower prices. And of course, the last counter that we should look at this morning, which is Walmart. Where is Walmart? Walmart is under here, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the lower part of it. Walmart was a bit down, if I'm not mistaken, by a few marginal points. Cannot find Walmart. Okay, all right. Walmart is actually down as of this morning, but if you look at the whole situation of Walmart, the world's largest retailer, will have to start raising prices later this month due to the high cost of tariffs. Executives said on Thursday, in a clear signal that U.S. President Donald Trump's trade war is filtering through to the American economy. As the bellwether of U.S. consumer health, Walmart's explicit statement is also a signpost for how the trade war is affecting companies, as Walmart is noted for its ability to manage costs more aggressively than other companies to keep prices low. Many U.S. companies have either slashed or pulled their full-year expectations in the wake of trade war as consumers curtail their spending. And that is what's happening in the U.S. And also we've brought some of the U.S. Update last week about Amazon, how Amazon will basically show to the consumer the price difference between before tariffs and after tariff. And that is what Amazon is trying to do in order to see how it's basically impacting the U.S. consumer as a whole. And Amazon, as of today, was down by 2.42% as of this morning. That is all about the U.S. market as of this morning. We're going to go for a short break. We're going to come back after this with a report by Nina Rosman. And also, after that, we have Tevina Kausji.